Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. This is a LOTRO adventure, and today we're going to talk to an Ent because we're here to help the Woodcutters Brotherhood here at Trestlebridge Gate, and we're doing quests for them. So we'll do a couple voiceovers, and I'll do my best for this awesome Ent out here we're talking with. He thinks he has a way to help both humans and his forest of wildwood. So let's talk to ThornMane here.
The elves call me Eggfinel, though in the speech of man I am ThornMane. Little have I traveled through this forest, but much have I seen that troubles me. The wild woods have grown far too wild. Plants and trees who should not be in this area, making the growing hard for those who should. Clear away bitter creep, stenchwort, and wild druid saplings, and I shall think about letting the townsfolk through.
Why, thank you, Mr. ThornMane. We'll do that. We'll help you out. Wow, that voice does a number on the throat. But we're good. All right, surviving the wildlands. We're supposed to talk to some villagers to see how honorable the Woodcutter Brotherhood is. So let's talk with Guardsman Otley here. Hello, Mr. Otley. I am Zollin Ironshield of the Lonely Mountain.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service? The Woodcutters Brotherhood, eh? Well, yes, I am a member of the Brotherhood. It would be good of you to join us. Another sword arm for our cause will only rebuild this town faster and lift the spirits of the good folk of Trestlebridge. It would be good to work together, my friend.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll see you later. All right, let's see who else we're supposed to talk with here. Nellie Boskins.
Greetings.
Greetings. Yes, of course, I am aware of the Woodcutters Brotherhood. I am one that gave them permission to form the organization in Trestlebridge. As you know, this town is very important to me, and I would defend it with my life. Any assistance in protecting the rebuilding Trestlebridge is most welcome. I would be grateful if you would worked with the Brotherhood to assist my town.
Of course, we'd be happy to help. Oh, excuse me. The voice is making me yawn. I need a little more oxygen after doing that Ent voice. It was hard doing the Ents or like the Oathbreakers or the Wraiths or anything. They got really airy and intense voices. All right, we have Gillies Chadwick here.
Greetings.
This guy's a Chad. And then you hear his voice.
How can I be of service?
How can I be of service?
I think that he has a slightly more Chad voice.
What do you need?
What do you need? I am Gilly Chadwick. It is a good to meet you, yes. I am a member of the Woodcutters Brotherhood. I joined only recently when I heard the grand plan to harvest resources from the wildwood and rebuild the town of Trestlebridge. As you can see, the town is in great need of repair since the orcish assault. I have managed to mend some small things here and there for the townsfolk, but I am just one woodsman. Together, though, we can really make a difference and make Trestlebridge the town it was meant to be.
That's a very good speech there, my friend. Yes, sounds like a plan. All right. Oh, that's cool. All right. Continue on. We got to talk to the last person here. Who's there? There it is. Oh, it's Aggie Digweed. We all know Aggie Digweed. Does she know what her favorite pastime is? Digging weeds, obviously. All right.
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
I don't know anything. No, that's not right. No. Hear the voice again.
You startled me.
What? You startled me? That was a little. Sorry for her ears. Well, I was the first Trestle Bridge defenders to join the Woodcutters Brotherhood. Arnor's a good man. You have my sword. Why did I join? Well, I needed to feel safer in this town and needed order to my life. The orcs have inflicted some much mischief and sorrow upon it. The Woodcutters Brotherhood is the support that I need and that this town needs. We will show those orcs that Trestle Bridge is not to be trifled with. All right, well said, ma'am. Well, I'll go back and talk to Mr. Greenwith. Wow, she was a little too excited there. I have met... All right, Mr. Aaron Greenwith.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Welcome back, Zollin Ironshield. I am glad to hear that you wish to join the Woodcutters Brotherhood, Guardian. Your skills will be most helpful to us, of course. Wait, when did I say I was going to join? All right, well, now then, your first task for the Brotherhood is to scout the ruins and notable points of interest in the Wildwood. We believe that many of the old ruins in the Wildwood may have been taken over by orcs or brigands. While you are in the woods, defeat any orcs and brigands that you come across. It is important that the woods are safe if we are to gather its resources for rebuilding Trestle Bridge. All right. And now, let's talk to that Ent I promised. Oh, actually, we already talked to him, didn't we? We're supposed to do his quest, though. Alright, we'll do his quest. Alright, so the Ent wants us to destroy some creatures here. And, chopping down some of these saplings here. I think we're supposed to kill these, right? Yeah. Alright, so this is the Ent's quest. So let's do this first. Alright, we're destroying bitter creep vines. And destroying stenchwort. The music. Dun dun! Changes every time I start combat. Alright, there we go. Got that one, got that one. Oop, I just canceled that one. Whoops. Cannot do that while moving, Zollin, you fool. Tell me, Saruman, when did Saruman the Wise abandon reason for madness? Ah! Sorry. Meaning, don't turn when you're trying to pick things up. That's madness. Saruman the Wise. Gandalf the Fool. Gandalf. When he's come from this newfound power. Anyway, man, they're such good actors. I love their voices. I gotta get their voices down better. I'm getting better and better with voices of like copying the actors' voices. It's pretty easy to hear them in LOTRO and copy it, but all right, let's see. I gotta chop a bunch of these down, then I should be done with this quest, and then we can go back and turn this into the Ent. Oh, don't forget to stretch, everybody. If you've been watching a long time, if you're binge watching all my videos, I appreciate it, but don't forget to stretch and get a drink, because it's not good to sit in one spot more than 20 minutes straight. Oh, and I've made a couple other videos today besides this one, so my back's a little sore. All right, we're okay though. We're good. We're good. Oh, I'll get through the pain because I love playing this game and making videos. So, all right, so let's talk to ThornMane again. Is he in the same spot? That's the question. Oh, I think he's farther down the road. He is. He's already farther down the road. He's waiting for us. He's moving. He's an Ent, but he's moving. He's moving along the road. Norwanda is overrun with foes. All right, that was one of the things we had to scout, but we're done scouting it. There he is. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I try not to yawn during videos, but sometimes it just happens after doing voices. All right.
You managed to remove only the plants and trees I indicated. You seem to have a good eye, little one. I will teach your people what they may remove without depleting the forest.
Oh, okay. So we're learning how to do forest management. I love it. Something. It's never good to completely live a forest unmanaged, because what happens is, at least in our world, is fires, right? And if you don't have management and fire breaks in a forest, some forests naturally need fires, but if you don't have fire breaks between the forest and the city, it ends very badly, right? So you have to do some management and some cleaning of the forest, and it's good for health. But then there's other times you don't want to overdo something. You don't want to cut down all the trees. You want to have certain things, right? You want to be able to replant certain areas and then cut down other trees for use. Wood is a very good reusable resource that a lot of people don't realize and don't think about from a health perspective of taking care of our wonderful nature we have here on this planet and in Middle Earth. Wood's a very reusable resource if we manage it in a responsible way, right? That's the thing. And there's this fine line. There's some people that are like, oh, don't touch anything, never touch it, leave it all perfectly 100% natural. Well, there's times that it's healthy to actually prune things out, change things, clean things up if you know how to correctly do that. And then there's times that you don't want to remove too much of stuff because you'll damage something or you'll make something go extinct or that kind of stuff. So there's a fine line of balance there in the middle. So a good woodsman will know that fine balance on what to cut down. For example, a dead tree that's dying, and if you cut that tree down, you're going to leave the opening where all those new baby saplings that are always down there at the bottom, that are always waiting for that to happen, because naturally a tree in the forest will fall over, light comes in, and then suddenly 2 or 3 trees start racing to try to take that spot, right? So if there's a dead tree that you can use the wood for, and it's about to die, you can remove that tree, and then all the new saplings will you get a bunch of brand new trees that are all ready to go. So there's ways to do it sustainably too, right? That's the thing I'm trying to say. So again, I think there's too many extremes on both sides with that. There needs to be a nice middle ground where you're sustainably taking care of your beautiful natural, you're not destroying everything, but at the same time that you're not being so much where you don't want to touch it that you cause problems for yourself or your town, where a fire can reach your town because you didn't do a fire break around the forest around the city, right? Like have a little gap kind of thing. So that kind of stuff. Or taking care of the forest, right? Where you cut down a dead tree, make sure, there's some kind of bug, you get it. A lot of them are natural, but sometimes you get bugs that aren't natural that are destroying things, right? There's things we could do. We do our best as caretakers, right? Just like the Ents. Anyway, accept that quest. Next one.
From the Orc Springs you have done.
I feel like that's something Tolkien would like, though, because I think that was kind of his idea with the Ents, right? Because the one god was didn't want the dwarves to destroy all the forests, which, by the way, dwarves are very good at being reasonable too with maintaining things in plants. But there's still times that dwarves and of course orcs later, who are far worse at this, like you see in the Peter Jackson editions, just cut down everything, right? For industry is a good thing, but at the same time it has to have balance. You have to take care of your stuff, right? Which again is why I think Tolkien, as someone remember reading about Tolkien talking about it and watched a thing on it, when he was saying he really did care about it, the forest, so he put the Ents in there like the caretakers of it, right? So I kind of think it's cool that LOTRO is incorporating the fact that we're kind of being told what to remove and what not to remove, and help him take care of the forest, and yet he's still trying to help the humans by this Ent is trying to help by helping the Trestle Bridge people. I think that's kind of cool. Anyway, sorry. There's my take on it.
The orcs, you dragons, have done much to harm the forest here. A fine grove once stood where yonder town now squats. If you are of a mind to assist me once more, I would ask another boon of you. While you are trespassing throughout the wild wood, keep your eyes open for seeds and young saplings, that we might heal some of the damage that has been done.
Oh, wow. Remember I was talking about the saplings, removing a dead tree and saplings come up? There we go. Wow, that worked out really well. It's almost like I planned this. I promise I didn't know about these quests at all. He's got another one.
I share with you now. What is that brought me to the wild woods? Far have I traveled to come here. Following tales and reached my forest of walking trees. Though it is a desperate hope, there is any chance of finding the lost and wives, then I try I must. You are of a mind to move much quicker than I. Perhaps you could search for signs of the Entwives.
Yeah, we can help you out, Mr. Ent. We'll look for the Entwives for you. Sure, we'd be happy to help. Alright, so what do they look like? Alright, he doesn't remember. He's done talking. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, let's see here. So. So I got a lot of scouting things to do. What is that? Is that one of the things I need? Alright, I need a pine guns. Oh look, that's the guy we need. That was a free quest right there, just done. Glad I accepted the quest before I killed him. Pine cones! We need these pine cones. We need seeds to have more saplings. You know, it's interesting though, a lot of people don't realize in the redwoods, since we've been talking about forests, and since we're doing Ents and we're helping them clean the forest up, I might as well put some filler in more. The redwoods, some of the biggest trees in the world, right here in California where I live, their acorns actually require their pine cones and stuff. I think it's I forget if the redwoods have acorns or pine cones off the top of my head. It's super. Just look it up. It's super easy to look up. But they actually require fire to open. A lot of people don't know that. So like a lot of people are like, oh no, there's all these fires, in the redwoods. That's natural, you guys. That's how it's been for like thousands of years in the redwood forest. Their pine cones actually require the heat to fire to go over the bottom of the floor. And a lot of times the trees, some of them will burn if they're old and sickly, and other trees will be fine. They'll just totally recover because their bark is so thick. So it really just depends, right, on the tree and stuff. But then all those little saplings will all open up and start growing. I just think that's amazing that it's created like that. It's just like, wow, what an amazing thing that like the fire is the way that they like open their seeds, right? Like, of all things, such destruction, and what comes from the destruction? Life. It's like, wow, that's cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. What do you think? All right, defeat wargs. Well, I mean, I could just defeat a couple of them here, right? Get some free. There we go. Get some free marks of the wildwood. Let's see. Where are we? What do we need here next? We need to get back over here because we're not actually getting anything right now. I need to make sure that I'm also scouting the things I need to scout. I have floating names on because it's easier to find the things on the ground. I could also type delete to find them. All right. So I need 2 more pine cones, which I believe are in this area. So I'm going to grab the pine cones first. Baruch Khazad! Khazad menu! There's another acorn. There's another one. Yeah, there they are. Okay. Pine cones. Can I pick? Oh, I can pick them off on horseback. I love that. I love it when they update the quest where you can just pick them up while you're on your mount, because it's really annoying to have to mount, remount over and over in this game when you're trying to pick a quest. So I've noticed they've been updating that slowly with this game, and I love that. I think it's a fantastic addition. Just for the, I know it's not really realistic that you're like, you know, you need a big like claw to grab things, but off the ground. One of those like reacher claws, you know, you like have in the kitchen. Get something behind something that falls. Sapling, sapling. Lots and lots of saplings. Doo-dee-dee, doo-dee-dee. Alright, there we go. Sapling is completed. Now I just need a couple more acorns, which are all over there, apparently. That's why you finish the one area, because sometimes you'll be looking and they won't be there for the next area. Alright. So, did you see him move? He just moved. Where'd he move to? Is he that glowing one down there? Well, I guess we'll find out. What else do I need to kill in this area? Let's see. Is this him down here? The Ent is traveling at a rather quick pace for an Ent. There he is.
Ah, yes. Excellent work, my little friend.
Excuse me.
These seeds and saplings you have promised. You have given me hope for the wild woods. Rum, rum, rum.
All right. I'll go ahead and accept this next quest.
Well, little one, I must say, that I am impressed with your deeds home. This part of the forest is already starting to look and feel better. There is still work to be done, however, Tarum. The destruction I have found as I passed through the wildwood is quite troubling. I believe it to be the work of men of Trestlebridge. But while you were gone, I observed the twisted creatures responsible for felling and then setting fire to the forest. You must stop the orcs, Zollin, lest their burning and hewing devastates all of the wild woods.
Alright, so we gotta kill some wildwoods. Alright, that's enough Ent voice for today. Wow. Okay, my friends. Well, anyway, you guys have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. We're gonna call it there for this episode. And thanks to my wonderful Patreons for their support. Thank you, Skumley, for being a royal god. And my eye is okay, we're good. Subscribe button's right there. Zollin Takeover, and next episode's up there. LOTRO Tales over there. Check them all out. Have a great day in Middle-earth, and be happy, my friends. I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Baruch Hazad, Kuzad, I menu.